This is video 50, and as you can see, it's a screen recording. It's supposed to be a demo of using a makefile with files on a Linux machine in the Transylvania Computer Science Turing Lab. I've already had a terminal window open because it takes me a while to get down to the working directory. See, the working directory is real long. Program 4, so I'm here in Program 4, so I'm not going to bother this. I'm going to go to Shell and open a new window and use my new window to do the navigation over to the Linux machines. Man, I don't know this stuff. I have to cookbook it. I have a paper printout of trusty Lab 7 right next to me so that I can just look at it and know that I need to type in SSH, my username, which I believe is R England, I hope it is, at Sammett, S-A-M-M-E-T-T, cs.trancy.edu minus lowercase p 59165. 59165. I guess if I did that often enough, I would memorize it. And it looks like it's talking to Sammett, and it wants my password. If I remember my password. And I did, yay. Yeah, it doesn't do anything while you're typing in your password. It just sits there. So I don't know what all that stuff is. Neither do I care. Let me see where I am. PWD is print working directory. Home, R England, that's where the heart is. LS shows me what's in this directory. All kind of stuff. That's scary. I'm going to see if clear will work remotely, and it does. So I'm going to, what's the name of the thing to do? Oh, yeah, I need to SSH over to another machine. And the shortest name is Burks, B-U-R-K-S. What you up to, Burks? Oh, sure I want to continue. Yeah, let's live dangerously and log on to Burks. Permanently added Burks to the list of known hosts. My password, same as everywhere else. Your password's the same all around the network. So mine should be, and it is. Now, where am I? Now, with all this surfing around with this, I typed that accidentally. Looks like those are processes. Okay, I meant LS. It's the same thing. I mean, there's a file server that's going to make your directory look the same no matter which machine you're logged on to. And if you forget which machine you're on, you can type hostname. And I'm on Burks. And I think I can type in users and see if there's anybody else on here now. No, just me. No, stop messing around. Now I'm on connected through Sammett into the lab, and now I'm on Burks where I can do work if I want to. What do I want to do? I need to make a directory, mkdir, for lab 4. That's the one that makefile was about. cd lab 4, and I'll try it out and see. pwd, print working directory, and look at me. I'm at home, R England, lab 4. Michael, no! Pardon me. Let's see. Tried a few basic Unix commands. I've already done those. Print working directory, make directory, ls, cd, lab set. I did it all. Okay, now then. On my local machine, open another window. I'm way ahead of you. I've already got it. So here's my local window. Where am I? Locally on my... Oh, this is the program for submissions. Let me see. Ms. Duval, is it okay if we use your files? It is? Well, thank you so much. D-U-V-A-L-L. What you got? And there's all the files, actually more than we need. I'm going to rm star.o because that was done locally. That was not done remotely. And rm prog4, that was also done locally, not remotely. I'm trying to strip it down to just the source code in the makefile. Clear, clear. And ls again. What do we got? Datatype.h, mp3, RBT, makefile, and prog4. And yes, I think that's all we need. Now then, what's next? I think it's about time to do the SCP, isn't it? Ah, yes, that other long cryptic command. SCP, and I even forgot what that stands for. Secure Copy Protocol. It's in the explanation. Read your own lab. Come on. Minus capital P for reasons unknown. 59165. And I haven't tried this. You're going to figure that out because I'm going to make some boo-boos. But rather than hello.cpp, I'm going to see, since I've trimmed it down to just what I have to have, see if it'll let me move star.star from my local directory to R England at summit.cs.transy.edu :/home. This is a long command. Chances of me typing it incorrectly are pretty slim. / my username again, R England again, / and I want it to go in the brand new folder I just now made, which I can see down here. It's Lab 4. It's not supposed to be Lab 4. It's supposed to be Program 4. It's a good thing I looked down there, even though that's the wrong directory name. Cross your fingers for me, won't you? And I press Enter. Password. Go, 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 come on. Oh, it looks like it did it. Datatype.h, couple of MP3s, couple of RBTs, prog4.h. Ms. Duval, you're in business. And remember this window right here, this is on the machine whose background of my living room you see before you. This is the local window. Now, the moment of truth, back over here. And you might wonder, as I might wonder myself about all these things, why do we send files to Summit? Well, remember Summit is our gateway. That's our foot in the door in the lab. And once we get the files onto that file system, they're visible on all the other machines. That's why when we do the SCP command, even though I'm already on whoever it is over here, hostname Burks, I think. Yes, even though I'm already on Burks, I don't put Burks here because Burks is not a gateway into the lab. Burks is only visible to the other machines that are in that exclusive club inside the Transy Turing lab. So, where are we now? This is the local window. This is the remote window. Shut up and type. Let me see if they're there. ls, and there they are. ls-a. I don't know if that means all or what, but whenever you use a minus sign, that means it's an option, and that gives you, well, that didn't do ls-l. That must be what I'm looking for. Yes, long. This shows all the files. It shows when I copied them over there, 7:53 p.m. on October 13th. This is something to do with the size. I don't know if it's bytes or what. And these are the file protections. I can read them. It looks like I can't write to them, so I might not be able to edit those unless I change the protection. Let me see. Let me see if is the make file over there? I don't see the make file. ls make file. Well, let me try the make file as a command all on its own, because it is here. It is. Oh, I know. I said star.star, and make file doesn't have an extension. Silly me. I wish I could say I meant to do that, but I did not. I did not know what I was doing. So let me get rid of star.star and send make file. Aren't you special? You got to have a special command all by yourself. Okay. Password. Go, 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 go. And there it is. There it is. Oh, that would have been embarrassing. Try to do the make file and it's not there. Let me do the ls-l for long. I'm pretty sure that's what the L means. And there it is. Now it shows up. It's just later than the others. Now this timestamp here, you'll recall the day and the time and all that stuff, that's important to make because that's how it's going to know whether or not the object code and everything else are up to date. So let's try it. Well, let me remind you what the makefile looks like. Cat is short for concatenate. I don't know why they chose these abbreviations. That doesn't make any sense to me. Makefile. And there's the makefile. Let me embiggen this window. I just made up the word embiggen. It's brand new. You can use it if you want. There it is. Module 2, all our stuff. And those are all the dependencies. I think I talked about that. And if I didn't, you can look through it and compare it to the videos. Now it's in the way. Clear. Clear. Now, if I just type in make and nothing else, watch. Look at what it did. It decided, you know what? We don't have any of these .o files that we need, and we certainly don't have the executable. Now, after I've done that, press enter to get some line space between it. It did all 4 of those G++ commands. Now, before I even look at my directory and see what it's done for me, I'm going to type make again. What's the purpose of a make file anyway? Well, part of it is to make your life easier, and when you've got a huge number of files in a project, you don't have to type in all the names and get them all right all the time. You can just put them all in a make file, one and done, and then all you got to do is type make. Another reason to use make files is to save system time and system resources. So when I type make again, right now and press return, watch. It's up to date. It didn't do any of them. It didn't go back and do any of these G++s because all of the .O's were at least as new as these source files, .cpps and .h's and everything. And even the executable was already up to date. Since it's up to date, make had no work to do. There was nothing to do. Okay, now the ls-l. And look at all the additional files. Some of these are newer. I'm sure there's an option there where you can sort by date and time, and I don't know how to do that. But the .O's are going to be newer. Look, they're 57, where the source files were 53s. So they are newer. Now, here's a cool little Unix command, and I have no idea what they included this in Unix commands, but it is kind of fun anyway. There's this command called touch, T-O-U-C-H, which all it does is touch the file and act like it's modifying the file when in fact it's not. And all it's going to do is put a brand new time and date stamp on it. So, for example, if I decide I'm going to touch prog4.cpp, what this does is simulate editing prog4.cpp. Let me see, prog4.cpp up here said 1953 is the timestamp. Now I'm going to do ls-l. Prog4.cpp, look at this, 1959. Ah, yes, a very good year. I was 2 years old. So it's now 7:59 in the PM, and it looks to the system like prog4.cpp has been modified. Oh no, look at that. Prog4.cpp is now newer than prog4.0, and it's also newer than prog4 the executable. So now when I do make, it is going to have something to do. Look at that. It didn't do all of the G++s. It did the G++s from the makefile that said, okay, if somebody modified prog4.cpp, here's what we got to do. We got to make a new version of the object code for prog4. We got to make a new version of the executable. And sure enough. Now, I wish I had noted from, I didn't even stop to ask if there are any questions. Are there any questions? I wish that I didn't stop there either. Are there any questions? Okay. Now, I wish that I had written down which files I was pretending were modified in the, I'm looking at the dependency graph right now. And I remember one of them just about everybody depended on, and one of them just about nobody depended on. Just about nobody depends on mp3.cpp. So let me touch that one, T-O-U-C-H, mp3.cpp. So now it looks to the system like I just now modified it. I edited it and changed something and saved it back. Now if I do make again, whoops, it thinks that it's up to date. How can that be? Let me try that again. Touch mp3.cpp. Doesn't somebody depend on mp3.cpp? Maybe not. Maybe not. I thought mp3.0, cat, makefile. Maybe I got a boo-boo in my makefile. Who does mp3? mp3.0. I guess it thinks, maybe touch didn't fool it. Maybe it knew that it wasn't modified. Let me touch mp3.h and see what happens. You know, this could be an anomaly in our time setup or something in the lab. I don't know. Let me make after I do that. Now, a lot of folks depend on mp3.h. Datatype.h does and all the other. There's something strange going on here. Let me do the ls-l. mp3. Well, it didn't touch mp3.h. The touch isn't doing what I said it was going to do. That is very, very strange and mysterious to me. But anyway, this was a demo of makefiles, not of the touch command. I don't remember what touch does exactly. Man, touch. Touch changes file timestamps. That's exactly what I was trying to do. And all these minus signs here, by the way, man is the help system on Unix. If you get stuck and you know there's got to be some way to do something, you can get out of here by typing Q. But if you look, let me do that again. Man, touch. That's a strange sounding command, isn't it? And look at all these options here. I could do that. I don't even know what all of them do. And if you want to become a Unix expert, you can read through those and find out what they do. Quit. I'm not going to give up on this. Let me touch somebody else. Touch data type. I bet it's case sensitive up here. Sure, I'll pick about everything. And try make again. Well, now that is so mysterious to me. ls minus L. Data type was clearly touched at 8:02 p.m. And you can see up here it's now 8:03. So it did do that touch. It still hasn't touched MP3, has it? No, MP3. Am I spelling it wrong? Did I spell it MP4 or something? Where was that touch? Let me go back up. One moment. Oh, listen to me. It is case sensitive. It made new files, mp3.cpp. It touched them. It just touched non-existent files with size 0 bytes. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I meant to do that. Touch case sensitive mp3.cpp. Michael, no! Sorry about that. And now do make again. There we go. Yeah, not many people depended on mp3.cpp, just the mp3.0 file and prog4. Now I'll be able to sleep tonight. And everybody depends on mp3.h, so let's do that. That'll be my grand finale. I'd like to be able to say I will quit when I'm ahead, but I don't think I'm ahead anymore. So, yeah, there we go. Look, the whole shebang. Because mp3, if you look at that dependency graph, everybody depended on that. Okay, and to clean up the mess, always remember to clean up. Where am I? Host name? I forget. I think I'm on Berks. Okay, now I shall exit. EXIT. Connection to Berks closed. But look, I've still got the Turing Lab prompt. So let me back up to, I thought I just now typed host name. Oh, not on where I am. I didn't. Host name. I'm still on Samet, so I got to exit again. Now I'm back to Robert England's MacBook Pro. I'm back home. Oh, you know what? I need to get back on there after I built this file. I'm sorry, this is so long. My apologies. I got to do the SSH one more time. Let me see if it's still in the works here. There it goes to Samet. Okay. I forgot to run the program. SSH. I'll go to somebody else this time. SSH over to, where's that list? Who's the other short one? Mayer, M-A-Y-E-R. Gotta get some popcorn and lean back and relax on this one, I guess. LS, no, go to lab 4. I misnamed it. I hope that's correct. Yeah, and prog4 is there, so it'll be /. You know what? I'll do make one more time just to make sure. And it's up to date. So now I can do /prog4. There we are in business. And this was compiled and linked, and now it's running remotely in the Linux lab. Aren't we proud of ourselves? Yes, let's do it. One, insert, 111, DDD, It doesn't have to be real. 1, 2, 3. There. And there we see our red black tree. I'll do one more insert just for old time's sake. 444 EEEYYY 7777. And there we go. Red, one black node. That's a nice little balance for the red black tree. 0 to quit. Now I'll exit. Well, first of all, let me see where I am again. I forgot. Host name. Host inane. Mayer. Exit. Now I'm off of Mayer hostname, but I'm still on Samet. I'm still connected to the lab, and I need to exit twice to get off both of them. EXIT. Now I'm back to my home machine. Now I'm going to quit when I wasn't ahead for a long time ago. And I'll even close this window and say we're done. And thank you, Ms. Duvall. You've been wonderful through all this. And that's it. I'll see you online.